Hello, my people. Welcome back. Honestly, wahala need about finish for this Naija and today's story get as she be because today we go explain wetin really happen for this Naija and why people dey talk say this thing na true and why people suppose dey talk say this thing no be true. According to the trending news online, say helicopter just landed, has been flying and be dropping people in Edo State, has been dropping bandits in Edo State for them order for them to attack and operate peacefully and they will go back peacefully. According to the story, let's go. It said there are disturbing allegations circulating online and in the political circle. The helicopter were used to drop armed men described as terrorism into part of Edo State ahead of violence clashes. Now, before you get panic, let me just explain this clearly. These are allegations, not just official confirmed. These are just allegations, but they're not officially confirmed. Because according to the news online, it say helicopter were dropping people in this Edo State for them to attack and operate peacefully and go. Armed men, they are described as armed men. But here is the question: if they say admin, if there is a helicopter drop in Edo State, where is the number? The plane number, there's the flight number. They have the flight should have a particular number for them to trace and for federal government to catch that flight. But there was no flight number. Flight number was not repeated, and they say helicopter were dropping in Edo State. We're dropping bandits in Edo State for them to attack people who want to operate in Edo State and other part of the country. Helicopter have been dropping people. So let's continue. Now, before you get panic, let me just start by saying this clearly. This allegation and yet to be confirmed. But the question here is very serious. My people, let me just tell you what I find out. So according to the report, viral videos making rounds, some resident and contact meters allegations online that helicopter were dropping people who are really involved in this matter. Edo State is involved. Helicopter bandits, which are the bandits, are involved and Nigeria are not saying anything that the flight were flying. Who authorized this flight to fly? Who are the people authorizing the flight to fly? There was no authorization. There is no plane number. There was no evidence to show that this platform, this plane is flying around, and this plane has been the one dropping bandit for them to operate peacefully. But come to look at this, if the say helicopter has been flying around, it can be true. Because if you want to ask me, how did this bandit get all these guns? How did they get this gun to operate? How did they get this bomb to operate? That was a big question. Who last sent them this gun to operate? Who's last sent them this gun to them for them to be operating? Because the guns that bandits are handling right now are even they are better than the guns that our Nigeria army, Nigeria the security agencies are handling right now. You see bandit handling good gun, good sound gun. That when they operate freely and they will go back freely. Now helicopter have been the one dropping them because you hear about this strike here. How did they leave Sambisa Forest to come and operate in Edo State? How did they leave Sambisa Forest to come and operate in a River State? How did they leave Sambisa Forest to come and operate in how would I call it? In Kanu? How did they leave Sambisa Forest to come and operate in Zamfara? Because is this Sambisa Forest in Sokoto? How did they leave this place peacefully and without them being tracked to come and operate? Does it mean that there is a flight that is flying them, has been fleeting them to this part of this country for them to operate peacefully and to fleet them back again? Does it mean that this helicopter is real? What the people are saying is real? Because it doesn't mean that there was no plane number. There was no flight number to show that this African flight has been dropping people here and have been operating. There was no flight number, and they say helicopter was been dropping in the Edo State. And there was viral clips that shows that it can confirm that this thing has been happening in Edo State. So how did our federal government react to something like this? How did they think? What are the reactions? Because they are operating massively, bombing people, killing the Christians, killing the Islamic people also, operating peacefully. There's massive killing in Nigeria, massive insecurity everywhere. How do they calmly operate peacefully and they will go back if they have not been entering this helicopter? How? This is a question we should be asking ourselves, Nigerians. Because we should not always become one night and bandit will use helicopters and kill all of us one night and the next morning we don't have anything to say again. We are gone. So this is not a time for questions. This is not a time for question. It is a time that we have to rise as a Nigerian in one accord and prove that we can make this nation great and prove that we can make this nation wonderful again. We have proved that this nation It's our nation, Nigeria, our mother own land. We can make it peacefully, be a peaceful land again. Not you not being able to go to your workplaces, not be able to travel, not be able to even, I don't know. There's no freedom of movement again because you cannot travel, even to sleep at home now. You'll be afraid that bandit will come and open and kill you at night. We need a peaceful country. We need a peaceful Nigeria whereby you will go to your farmland and cultivate your crops and come back. You go to your business place, you go to your schools. Even our children are afraid to go to university. Even the cult members are afraid to go and serve in some state like Edo State, Zamfara, and all the rest. Kaduna, they are afraid because of bandit terrorizing the place. So we need to stand up as in Nigeria and say, no, enough is enough. Not us waiting for the US to come and strike first. US airstrike may come, but we need to show working before this thing will happen. Because we are hearing US airstrike, the presidents will go and negotiate, they'll go into delegation and it will not happen. But people are dying here massively. People are dying every day. So we need to rising up as in Nigeria and say, no, this is enough and enough is enough. Could this be a political strategist? Could it be a political strategy that they're using in every elections for them to win elections? Because I know that politicians are fully in support of this bandit. They are the ones supporting them. They're the ones giving them money to buy all these guns. How would they wake up one night and be having this massive gun, machine gun everywhere, how do you call it, bulletproof gun, bulletproof ammo everywhere for them to operate? They are well armed than our military. They are well armed than them. Yes, how did they get this? That's the question we should be asking ourselves. So I want to see your reaction in the comment section. Do you think this bandit has an helicopter to be operating in the part of the country? And do you think that this bandit will end very anytime soon? I want to see your thought in the comment section. Thank you.